The adventurous story begins with a scene in Mexico, where some people are engaged in cleaning work. Among them, we see a man named Scavenger, who, while continuously cleaning, reaches a place where he finds something strange while digging. It is actually called the Spear of Destiny, which has been missing since World War II and was unknown to anyone. As soon as Scavenger holds the Spear of Destiny in his hands, changes start happening suddenly. Scavenger becomes completely out of control and starts running away. His friend, witnessing this, is shocked by what has happened to him. Just then, Scavenger is hit by a car, resulting in a severe accident. When his friend comes to check on him, it turns out that Scavenger has not sustained any injury at all. In fact, the injuries he had are healing on their own, and there are strange marks on Scavenger's body, possibly due to touching the Spear of Destiny. Now, Scavenger's whole body has changed, as if he has received some kind of cursed energy that no one else has ever received. Meanwhile, inside the city, we see a girl possessed by a demon named Deem. This Deem is extremely dangerous and is causing a lot of harm to the lady. To address the situation, a man named John is called in. John is an exorcist and his job involves such tasks. The responsibility to heal the lady has been assigned to John. Although initially, a father named Hunksy was approached, he was unable to control the dangerous Deem, so he sent his best student, John. John begins to fight the demon within the lady. The demon even tries to attack John, but John manages to evade it. We can now clearly see the Deem, which tries to come out of the lady's body and attack. Since John is unable to handle it alone, he calls Father Hunksy for assistance in performing the rituals. John tells Father Hunksy to bring a mirror and place it in front of the demon because he has a very good plan to eliminate it. Everyone follows the plan. A mirror is placed correctly over the lady, which clearly shows the possessed demon. John performs the ritual and traps the demon inside the mirror, meaning the dangerous demon has finally been expelled from the lady's body. After this, Father Hunksy orders that the mirror be turned outward so that the demon can be destroyed. However, since the mirror is large, it cannot be taken out through the window. Therefore, John puts all his strength into it, and the mirror eventually breaks into pieces outside, leading to the demon's death. As soon as the demon leaves its body, the lady returns to a normal condition. Her parents are very happy that John helped and saved their daughter. However, John expresses his concern to Father Hunksy that he suspects the demon might return. He advises Father Hunksy to protect the lady and keep him informed about everything. Next, we are introduced to a female officer named Angela, who is deeply regretting having killed a man during a recent mission. Although she felt it was unnecessary, she needed to manage her family, which is why she continued working as an officer. Meanwhile, in a hospital, Angela's twin sister, Isabel, is shown to be very disturbed as she hears strange noises. Following these sounds, Isabel climbs to the top of the hospital and appears to be under some sort of control, attempting to jump off the edge. Isabel's hands are shown with the same symbols that were seen on Scavenger's hands due to the Spear of Destiny. In the next moment, Isabel jumps from the top of the hospital and commits suicide. When John checks his body reports, he discovers he has lung cancer. Despite the doctor's warnings, John continues to smoke cigarettes, showing no concern for his health, but he still enjoys his present time and ignores others. Angela is shocked when she learns about her sister Isabel's death. Angela couldn't believe that her sister could commit suicide in such a manner. She needed to conduct a deep investigation and find out who was responsible for her sister's death. Next, we are introduced to Maxie, who has acquired the powers of the Spear of Destiny. He sets out on a journey towards the US. A shocking scene is shown where Scavenger, while walking along the road, causes all the surrounding animals to die due to his influence, indicating that a cursed spirit has taken control of him. John is then shown visiting his friend Ben. As usual, John collects all his equipment from Ben that assists him in exorcisms. John informs Ben about a demon he encountered during an exorcism that is trying to enter their world in any way possible. John is uncertain about the extent to which this situation might escalate. Ben responds by saying that he will need to conduct deep research on it, after which John takes his equipment and leaves. John then goes directly to Gabriel, a half-prince with angelic powers and large wings. Whenever John faces a difficult task, he consults Gabriel for advice and guidance. Gabriel motivates and provides direction for performing well. Angela is shown inside a church, where she has come to request a proper funeral for her deceased sister. However, the father informs her that suicide is considered a grave sin according to church doctrine, and those who commit suicide are believed to go straight to hell after death. Angela is very troubled by this belief. We then learn about John's powers, which allow him to see any half-demon or half-angel. John has had these powers since childhood, but some time ago, when he couldn't control them, he attempted suicide. Fortunately, he was saved in time. John was brought back to life but experienced the afterlife briefly, finding himself not in heaven but in hell. This experience was quite terrifying for him. John realized that after committing suicide, he would end up in hell, so he began helping people and performing exorcisms to make amends for his past wrongs and seek redemption. This is why John took up the work of exorcism. John informs Gabriel that he has recently encountered a demon who wants to come to Earth in full form. The truth is, demons and angels can only enter this world through a human body. They are not allowed to come in their full forms. Many demons are trying to escape human bodies and wreak havoc on Earth. Gabriel explains this to John and advises him to leave for now. As John is leaving, he sees Angela, but they do not recognize each other, so they part ways. Angela is very distressed, so she returns home and begins watching videos of her sister, trying to find any clues about the identity of her sister's killer. Angela had heard John's name from her sister before she died. Just then, Angela's phone starts ringing, and as she answers it, all the phones in her room begin ringing simultaneously. She is confused and does not understand what is happening to her. Meanwhile, John, who is walking on the road, suddenly starts feeling unwell. He feels terrible, and soon after, a dangerous demon attacks him. This demon is very menacing and made up of various insects. The demon continuously assaults John, trying to kill him. John is fighting for his life, using any weapon he can find to defend himself. Suddenly, a car hits the demon, causing it to break apart and leave. This is the second attack on John, and he becomes quite conscious of his situation. Because of these attacks, John immediately travels to meet a man named Midnight. Midnight possesses some unique energies that allow him to maintain a balance between half-angels and half-demons. He even owns a nightclub where half-demons and half-angels can come and enjoy themselves. John tells Midnight that he has just been attacked by a dangerous demon and feels that the girl from whose body he removed the demon wants to come into this world completely. This situation seems very frightening. However, Midnight does not believe John's claims. John then requests Midnight's powerful chair to find out which demon was inside the girl and what it wants. Midnight refuses and tells John to leave. During this time, John encounters a half-demon named Belle in the bar. They have a brief argument, and Belle is about to kill John, but John's condition suddenly worsens for some unknown reason, and he leaves. When Angela learns about John, she immediately goes to see him and explains everything about her sister. John agrees to help Angela with the case, offering to prove that Angela's sister did not commit suicide but was forced into it by a demon or evil spirit. We then see Father Hunksy in a room checking Isabel's dead body as John had sent him for investigation. After touching the strange symbols on Isabel's hands, Father Hunksy begins to experience unusual things, as if some invisible energy is transferring through his body. Terrified, Father Hunksy quickly leaves and tries to drink water in a shop, but none of the bottles seem to go into his mouth, as if some dark magic had been cast on them. Father Hunksy suffers greatly and is then confronted by Belle in the supermarket, suggesting that these events might be related to Belle, the half-demon. As soon as Father Hunksy saw Belle, he realized that he would not be able to escape because Belle was a very malevolent half-blood who killed all good people. Father Hunksy then drew the same symbol on his hand to inform John. Shortly after, he dies a horrible death. John, who was with Angela investigating her case, immediately rushes to Father Hunksy's location. Although he couldn't save Hunksy, he notices the symbol on his hands and tells Ben about it, asking him to investigate. John then shares some personal details with Angela, explaining how he had attempted suicide years ago but learned that suicide is the greatest sin. This realization led him to start doing good work and helping people by performing exorcisms. We see Ben researching the symbol in the Bible. After extensive searching, he discovers that the symbol belonged to the son of Lucifer, who commands a large demonic army and aims to establish his army on Earth. However, before Ben can learn more about Lucifer's son's plans, he is attacked. Strange flies emerge from Ben's body, consuming him entirely. John quickly arrives at Ben's location with Angela, but Ben has already been killed. John is bewildered as his colleagues who were working on half-demon cases continue to die. Determined to solve the case despite the danger to his own life, John resolves to continue. Angela then reveals to John that she is also a psychic like her sister Isabel. However, years ago, when their parents discovered Isabel's condition, they believed she was mentally ill and began to despise her. This led Isabel to never receive love from her parents. Angela did not want this for herself, so she suppressed her psychic powers and never revealed them. Over the years, her psychic abilities faded due to lack of use. Angela wants to regain her psychic energy to find out about her sister's killer. John helps Angela by immersing her in a bathtub filled with water. He doesn't let her out until she has a near-death experience, as coming close to death will help her recover her psychic powers. Angela begins to suffocate, and suddenly time seems to freeze. Angela breaks out of the tub, having regained her old psychic powers, and uses them to investigate her sister's killer. After much thought, she deduces that her sister's killer is none other than the half-demon Bel. John, enraged, goes straight to Bel and throws holy water at him, causing Bel to revert to his demonic form. Without wasting any time, Bel attacks John aggressively, but John is equipped with powerful gadgets for fighting demons. He quickly pulls out a weapon and strikes Bel with it, severely injuring him. Bel reveals that Lucifer's son has acquired the Spear of Destiny and will definitely build his army. Furious, John draws his gun and kills Bel. Afterward, John goes to Angela, and they set out to find the Spear of Destiny. Suddenly, a dark energy grabs Angela and pulls her away. John desperately tries to save her, but the dark energy makes Angela disappear. John goes directly to Midnight and, at gunpoint, demands to know who is responsible for this. After exerting considerable pressure, Midnight finally gives John his magical chair. Using the chair, John discovers Angela's location. John then teams up with a student named Scammer, who provides him with an idea. They immediately head to the location where Angela is seen in a swimming pool, and Scammer follows behind. Scammer then tries to grab and kill Angela. Angela is fully possessed by the demon and starts attacking John. John and Scammer have arrived at the location, but John realizes that there are many half-demons present there. Scammer adds holy water to the water coming from the fire alarm, and John goes straight to face all the half-demons. When the fire is activated, the water falls on the demons, making them weak due to the holy water. John takes advantage of this and starts killing the demons, quickly eliminating more than half of them. However, when another demon attacks, John's bullets run out. Scammer then arrives and finishes off the attacking demon. They then travel to the swimming pool where Scammer's body was found. Suddenly, Angela, who has been possessed by Lucifer's son, begins attacking John. She wants to kill him, but John and Scammer show great courage and start reciting their incantations to help Angela. After a while, Angela recovers, but Lucifer's son's spirit is still in her body. John, who is suffering from cancer, experiences severe pain, so Scammer helps him, and Angela improves after some time. However, a dark power then arrives and kills Scammer. John is very upset and enraged by this, and he decides to perform his ritual to call upon God. Just as John is about to start his ritual, Gabriel arrives at the scene and begins attacking John because Gabriel is now allied with Lucifer's son and wants to bring him back to Earth. John, badly injured, lies in a corner while Gabriel continues her process. John is at a loss for what to do when he notices a shimmering piece of glass and uses it to cut his hand, causing blood to flow. Suddenly, time comes to a halt. Lucifer then makes his entrance. He had come to take John away, but John tells him that his son wants to come to this world and possesses the Spear of Destiny. Although Lucifer is initially skeptical, he checks for himself and finds Gabriel present. Gabriel tries to attack Lucifer, but her powers are ineffective. With his strength, Lucifer sends his own son, who had the Spear of Destiny, back to hell and completely destroys Gabriel's wings. After eliminating them both, Lucifer approaches John. Pleased with John, Lucifer says he will grant him one wish. John asks Lucifer to send Isabel's soul from hell to heaven. After fulfilling this request, Lucifer begins to take John with him, but suddenly leaves John behind because John had not committed suicide voluntarily. There was a deeper reason, and he wanted to save the lives of those around him. Therefore, Lucifer extracts all of John's lung cancer from his body, giving him a new chance at life. With Lucifer gone, John receives a new lease on life. And so, our story ends here.